Greetings, loves, greetings. So we know that Chrisean Jesus Malone Jr., who is Chrisean's Rock's son, needs help. He needs help. And if you don't have the information, you can go check my YouTube page. You can put her in the search bar of your Instagram, your TikTok, your YouTube. It's there. The information is there. People have been reporting on this girl and this child needing help for a long time, but he needs emergency rescue. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys some information, all right, where I urge you to report this situation. Now, in Maryland, it says, if you know the county where they stay, call that county's Department of Social Services, Child Protective Services. If you don't know the county and can't reach them, call 911 and request a child welfare check. Okay. Now, this is not something that is uncommon. And you may not know her whereabouts, her address. You don't know if she's in Maryland, she's in California. Call both states, okay? I'm going to read you all of the information that I found on what to do in this situation. But they will find her. I mean, she is a social media person. And there's people out here who have her number, who can actually call and give them her number. There's people who know the make and model of the car she drives. There's people that know where she stays when she stays where she stays. And, you know, it would behoove them to try and help this child, okay? However, with whatever little information you know, you can call them, you can refer to them, any of the videos that are online, or you can just tell them what you know and why you're concerned about this child. Now, it says, tell them the same facts, because I put this in ChatGPT, y'all. It's that easy. This appears to be medical neglect of a disabled toddler who is currently ill and not receiving care. Okay, that's what you tell them. Now, it says you personally cannot force the police to make the mother meet CPS, right? But they can tell her, if you don't, then you'll be violating the law. And when we find you, you're going to be in big trouble, you know. It says, but your report can legally trigger exactly that process. If you're unsure which state they are currently in, report it to both states. If you want, you can share any city, county, information they stay in, how many children and their ages, what specifically makes you fear for the safety of the child. Okay? Now, severe developmental delay, possibly prenatal substance exposure, not being fed properly, being restrained in an outgrown stroller, untreated illnesses, and constantly crying in pain. This is classified as an emergency level child welfare situation. And what is being described is serious medical neglect and possible abuse. And it meets the legal threshold for urgent intervention in both California and in Maryland. Okay? Just for the people in the back who may not know this. Now, if the child may be sick and in pain or unsafe right now, call 911 immediately and say clearly, I need an urgent welfare check for a child who appears medically neglected. He cannot walk. He cannot talk. He cannot hold himself up at over 2 years old and is currently ill. He's not being taken to a doctor, we suspect, right? And I am afraid for his life. The police can respond immediately and involve Child Protective Services on the spot, okay? Now, given all these things being described, this should be treated as urgent. Now, you can report to Child Protective Services in both states because you don't know the exact city. Some of us don't. Some people do. And that the family travels between both states. So reporting to both agencies coordinate. They coordinate with each other. In California, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you can call 1-800-4-A-CHILD. Number 4, 1-800-4-A-CHILD. That is 1-800-422-4453. Tell them the child's name, Chrisean Jesus Malone Jr., the mother's name and her alias, Chrisean Malone, also known as Chrisean Rock, and that the child frequently travels between California and Maryland, okay? If the child may be sick and in pain now, it is unsafe for that child. Call 911 immediately and request an urgent child welfare check. You can say, I'm reporting urgent concerns about a toddler named Chrisean Jesus Malone Jr. I believe he may be medically neglected and currently ill. The family travels between California and Maryland. I am requesting a welfare check and Child Protective Services involvement. The police can locate the child through available systems and involve CPS immediately. Now, this is what will happen after your report. The police can do a welfare check and ensure that the child is safe right now. The CPS can order medical exams, require the mother to meet with them, provide services, or seek court protection if needed. Now, because this is an interstate, agencies in California and Maryland can coordinate. Okay? Now, let's see. I am reporting suspected child abuse and medical neglect. The child is over 2 years old and cannot walk, talk, or hold himself up. The mother was seen drinking and allegedly doing drugs during her pregnancy. This child is not properly fed. It is kept in a stroller that he has outgrown most of the time, and he cries in pain constantly. And he is not taken to doctors, we suspect. He is currently sick with what sounds like some type of respiratory infection or the flu. We don't know. It sounds pretty bad, though. The family travels between California and Maryland. I believe the child is in immediate danger and needs an urgent welfare check and CPS involvement. Okay? Now, California, 24/7. 1-800-4-A-CHILD. That is 1-800-422-4453. Give the names. And this is a repeat, okay? So, I will put these up on your screen. Get to reporting. And if you feel like you don't want to report, don't report. But don't come commenting over here that you disapprove, because I don't care. I care about the safety of that child.